We've got Keki Mistry, CEO of HDFC, the largest mortgage finance company in the country, on the show with us. Mr. Mistry, many thanks for coming in on the show. A huge surprise for the markets, a quarter percentage point increase in both the reverse as well as the reverse repo as well as the repo rate. Should we expect that that benign interest rate environment is over? We are going to see rates begin to firm up from here onwards.
If you take a longer term view, definitely you will see interest rates going higher. But in the very short term, I think there is still plenty of liquidity in the system, and I don't see a significant increase in interest rates.
Right, and
now, just to complete this, if you see the amount of companies that are borrowing or amount of banks that are borrowing under the repo window have been virtually zero. There's no bank that is borrowing money under the repo window, excepting I think today there is a small repo borrowing. So by increasing the rates, the cost of funds of banks is not really increasing. There is clearly a worry about inflation, but we must also recognize that inflation is largely supply-driven. It is not demand-driven inflation, excepting maybe in a limited kind of way for a limited number of items. It's largely supply-driven. It is food-driven, though food has come off a little bit in recent times. And the other thing is that the inflation numbers, the headline number looks high also because of the base effect. Because 12 months ago at this time, inflation was negative.
Let's bring in Mr. M. Narendran, Executive Director at Bank of India. Mr. Narendran, thanks very much for coming in on the show. Would you say that you're a little surprised or very surprised by today's decision?
No. I think there were some. This RBI is always, because depending on whatever their, because they get the macro aspects and they get a lot of information. Accordingly, this is the right direction to moderate the inflation. I think they have taken, and it is a moderate action also. It is not a very high, it is only a 25 basis increase in both the rates. I think it is in the right direction.